Indeed, Gaku able to do so many different strategies, but here we go. Officially, the first semifinals of Blast Clash here. Navi versus Pulse Gaming, and Gaku is kicking things off with a fireball, with a rocket spear, and a whole lot of rocket balloons. And just how I was saying earlier in the pre-match talk, I was hoping we'd see a little bit more Angry Jelly, and there it is.
Yeah, you ask and Gaku deliver. So yep, Warden so far walking, so I don't know if I think so he will be kind of trying to land near to the spell tower, because he could take down of course the clan castle building and also the inferno, so that would be a really good value because he has only 2 invis. He is pressing the Warden ability, landing over the multi inferno, and look at the destruction there.
Jeez, such a beautiful fireball value. Not only eliminates half the core, but takes out the clan castle building specifically, which means no clan castle troops on defense in this attack. We're already seeing the Barbarian King, the Archer Queen used together from the top side of the base. Again, the Earthquake, Boots, Spiky Ball seems to be the most popular combo now. And we got the Royal Champion with Rocket Spear going straight toward that Monolith. Ooh, his Grand Warden's getting locked onto by the Queen. He tries to freeze, but then the Grand Warden dips out.
He was out. He was like, okay, I'm in the danger, I'm out. But yeah, the healers are still alive. That's amazing. Like I was kind of worried that Queen will be following them. Now he's sending the Bleam for the Town Hall. Like the Queen is still alive with the Warden, so they're gonna be still clearing a part of the base. Town Hall is being destroyed. He has still a 9 rocket balloons, and he also brought few super wall breakers so the Queen can reach. Also the defense is behind the walls.
That defensive Queen was so low on health that when the blimp went over her, the blimp's death damage actually took her out. It wasn't even the Yetis that had to hit her. That was amazing. But this attack's getting towards the final minute here, and it's looking pretty close. I mean, we got a couple spells. We got the Queen ability. She might have to pop it right now. 9 rocket balloons, and he's going to send them all in with a freeze and a rage. Can he get through the final section here?
Yeah, if these balloons gonna make it to the multi-inferno, which they did, Gaku with the 3-star here, and he took the risk. He went with the fireball, like Warden Volk. I kind of always feeling like if you are using the Angry Jelly, like Warden is focusing on the defenses, and sometimes you can take ton of damage, and that is the risk. You can lose the Warden very quickly, but Gaku was perfect. We can watch the replay of the fireball here. Seriously nice value.
Yeah, it's always fun to see that fireball, and him combining it with that Angry Jelly today was just the perfect setup for this attack. A nice way to start the match for the team captain of Navi. Gaku, always trustworthy, always so consistent. He's able to get it done. And now we have to shift focus over to Pulse Gaming. A lot of people considering them the underdog for this matchup, even though, like we said earlier, on paper, their stats are actually looking better than Navi right now.
Yeah, they do. But this kind of plan, you know, I was saying like Gaku went in first, so he didn't really have much time to plan. But as we can see the stats, like the attack took over 2 minutes, so he wasn't really rushing the hit here. So it feels like maybe they're like, okay, we're probably gonna get some defense here, or maybe we will have some of the attackers later, which will be focusing on the time.
Yeah, those first attackers don't have that much time to plan, as you mentioned, but they're still so consistent on these top level teams, and a lot of it has to do with them just being willing to pick a base, have their strategy ready to go, and not worrying too much about the details, because they only get a couple minutes to look at the base, so they can't plan out every single detail. So a lot of the funneling, a lot of the reactions with those rocket balloons you see Gaku do, that's all just winging it on the fly. A lot of that is not even pre-planned whatsoever.
Yeah, they do. It's so true. And we have interview with the Chihama. He was saying, oh yeah, when Carbon asked like, who would you like to attack in the Navi, you know? And he said Yatta, and he is going against a Yatta, so best of luck to him. He is bringing the Root Riders. I really have feeling that he is the player who kind of will try to speed up the heat to, you know, set up the good time for the Pulse Gaming here. So immediately starting with a simple funnel. So we are using the Siege Barrage with the Royal Champion Queen on the bottom side, and the Root Riders with the Valks between.
Man, ask and you shall receive. I said in the beginning of the stream today that I wanted to see more Angry Jelly, and both teams are giving me some Angry Jelly. We get to see it on the Barbarian King here, which is kind of fun. It makes it to where he basically acts like one of the Root Riders, just going from defense to defense, although he will also target the enemy Clan Castle troops. Now, yesterday we saw so many 1-stars with this exact strategy. The Root Riders and the Overgrowth on the Town Hall, but it seems like Pulse Gaming feel they need to go all out. They have to risk it for the biscuit to take out a team like Na'Vi.
I think this is the perfect time to risk it. Like, you are in the semi-final, you are facing like the huge team. You need to risk. Like, if you're gonna play safe, maybe you're gonna still lose. So I like that Shihaba going with the Overgrowth spell. Right now, every troop will be walking around. So the Town Hall, I think so only one Valk went for the Town Hall. Sadly, she doesn't have that power to destroy the Town Hall. But in this stage, he has no spells left. So he has to hope the troops gonna survive and they can destroy the final building.
The Barbarian King goes down. The Grand Warden goes down. This is actually starting to get really sketchy. No frozen arrow on the Queen. The single target Inferno Tower takes her out. And it's just 2 Root Riders and a healer. And Pulse Gaming with the 90. His reaction though. The 96% 1-star for Pulse Gaming to start this match.
Wow.
Yatta is happy about the defense though.
Oh, Yatta is definitely very, very happy here. But I'm a little bit worried because I really feels like if you hit the 1-star at the start of the match, it is very, very tough for the team. But Pulse Gaming, you know, I still believe, like, we saw Na'Vi finish match yesterday with the 13 stars, so they were still far away from the perfect war. I'm not trying to jinx them or anything. I'm just kind of trying to say that is still anything possible because we still have like 8 attacks left.
Yep, 8 attacks left, and yesterday Na'Vi did have 2 fails. And percent might not be a problem for Pulse Gaming because even though that was a 1-star, it was 96%. So all they would need is 2 defenses from Na'Vi, but man, that was so close. 96% 1-star, and I feel like it's just going to be a story that continues in this new hard mode. Every time these players are using the Overgrowth on the Town Hall, saving the Town Hall for last, it is just so risky.
It is like in the normal mode, we saw the strategy was just like dominating. It was very, very powerful, but now with the new version of the hard mode, it's just not easy, and leaving the Town Hall as the last building, like, we know why they are doing that. They are trying to ignore the explosion and the poison, kind of try to save them, because usually using the Warden ability early to protect your Root Riders and Valves to get a really nice push through the base, but there is the risk, Town Hall, and sadly Pulse Gaming has that 1-star.
See Kazuma here getting ready, clicking away on his iPad, got his phone there with Discord with his teammates. He's got spotters ready, and let's see, is he going to be doing the next attack? Yes, he is. 5 healers, rocket balloons, 2 earthquake spells. Are we gonna see a fireball?
Yeah, we do. 5 enemies. I am ready for the big one. Probably again landing inside the core of the base because that base is asking for the fireball. So he again trying to kind of delay the fireball. So we are using the Warden Walk at the start here, and of course using also few rocket balloons to destroy some of the defenses. So that way he can really go far with the fireball here.
No poison spell, so he's definitely trying to get into the core with this fireball here. Should be able to see a couple of invisibility spells on the Inferno Towers, and then a straight shot fireball to the Poison Tower, a few Quake spells, and we're able to take out the Clan Castle building. If he brought one more Quake, I think he could have got those Ricochet cannons too.
I'm just a little bit confused because he still have 3 invis, so it feels like he kind of saving these invis for his heroes here. I was like kind of expecting to use this invis to push his fireball here, but he still landed inside the core of the base. It's nice that he took down the Clan Castle building because he doesn't have to fight against the CC troops, but we still have big part of the base left, and he has only 7 rocket balloons.
Yes, the Grand Warden has been able to stay alive for a long time. He's still getting good value with the healers and the raid ship, and we're even going to invest more spells. We want to make sure that Grand Warden stays alive forever. Siege Barracks on the right side of the base. Royal Champion. Skeleton spell is in to help distract. Archer Queen still doing her thing on the left side. Also got an ability. Magic Mirror, Healer Puppet also has been common to use here, and as the Royal Champion starts to take a lot of damage, we're going to use the last few spells to try to keep her alive. And again, this feels a little sketchy with the Town Hall on the back end here.
Surprising me, like we are again ending on the Town Hall. Like that is the risk, but he has double freeze and the invis. His queens went down. Only the Royal Champion with the Warden and a group of the minions still holding on these 5 rocket balloons. There is still a ricochet cannon which can do a lot of damage. Luckily the RC with the rocket spear taking down the Town Hall. Now getting close to the monolith and the enemy king with the free spell. Looks like she's safe there.
It felt pretty close. It felt like if something else had gone wrong during the attack, that could have been a different story. But Na'Vi are so known for doing these crazy plans, risking it, and having it pay off almost every time. Another 3-star for Na'Vi, and they're going to be able to take a huge lead now.
Yeah, I love it that the healers switch. Like, even that he lost the queen, the healers were so smart and went to support the Royal Champion. That was really nice. We can again watch the fireball. I love this, like kind of closer. And you're right, like if he used that another earthquake, he probably would take down both cannons here. But it was amazing that he wouldn't, was still keep going and add the extra value even after fireball.
Yep, we'll see what the response from Pulse Gaming is going to be. At this point, they don't have a lot of room for error. They need to 3-star their last 4 attacks, and then they still gotta hope for a couple of defenses.
Wow, like 2 minutes 26 seconds. Now we definitely not rushing with the time here, but yep. Pressure is on Pulse. We will have Arla attacking as a next for them. Right now, all they have to do is just like keep focusing on their rest of the hits. Like they don't know what's gonna happen with the opponent team. You know, they also can make some of the mistake. Maybe we also gonna see Nada hits with the Obegro spell and the Root Riders, which looks like they're kind of risky.
Looks like there was a fireball there on the right side of the base, a super simple fireball that we sort of missed, but the clan castle building did go down because of it, so pretty nice simple value here from Pulse Gaming. And then the super witches making their way inside. Flame Flinger instead of the normal siege barracks that we're used to seeing on many of these attacks. So that Flame Flinger looks like it's actually going to be able to get some really good value. Many defenses over there that it can get without getting targeted.
Agreed. Like the scatter shot is already a really nice value. Which is looks like the funnel is set up. They will take the jump. Maybe I think that there was like one witch near to the queen. Now he has to use the queen ability. She was taking ton of damage from the cannon, also triggering ton of traps here. Like there is some of the skellies. Also we have Teslas, a lot of giant bombs as well. So all 3 queens are very low health, and right now only the king is front of the Town Hall.
Ooh, that Town Hall is on 1 HP, but the king is going for the enemy champion first. Oh, the Phoenix got 1 shot off on the Town Hall, and down it goes. Beautiful. Royal Champion from the northwest side of the base. We still have Super Witches alive. We still have healers alive. The Grand Warden, the Apprentice Warden sitting in behind them, doing extra damage as well. But there is still a lot of base left. I think only 1 Super Witch alive. This is going to come down to the Royal Champion, her ability, and that last invisibility spell.
Yeah, I still have like a CC troops which will came out of the Flame Flinger, so I think so he's still looking okay. But I have a feeling it's, you know, this one is not like totally overkill, you know. It is kind of getting a little bit closer, but with that invis he probably feels safe here. Yep, using that invis perfect over the Royal Champion, even protecting the Warden right behind, and 52 seconds is more than enough for Pulse Gaming to hitting their first triple.
A good plan there. The Super Witches do seem to be pretty reliable, a new staple in the current meta of Clash of Clans, and it's nice, refreshing to see them make a comeback. Super Witches were really popular back in the day in Town Hall 13 and in Town Hall 14, and now to see them being utilized by a lot of the pros again is pretty cool.
It is. I told like honestly, that Flame Flinger was MVP because the Royal Champion actually died and there was still like Archer Tower left. So the Flame Flinger was like, he deployed the Flame Flinger from like 3 o'clock side and it went down to the bottom side, and plus even the super minions actually help with the rest of the building. So Flame Flinger OP there, but I don't know, it felt like a little bit close this hit.
It was, and that's interesting to see how close it was, considering that Flame Flinger got phenomenal value. I don't think you can get better value out of a Flame Flinger than that. It took out at least 8 defenses, it feels like, and then Super Minion's still able to clean up the rest of the base afterwards, too. Maybe it's just a very well-built base, able to take out those Super Witches, at least 2 out of the 3 of them, relatively early in the attack as he was making his way to the core, and the Queen walking along the outside of the base there. She had to pop her ability so early. I think that Ricochet Cannon and some traps gave her a lot of trouble.
Yeah, we had like the Witches, we have the Fireballs here, so I don't know, I have a feeling like this match will be a ton of fireballs here. Like we can look at the attack or stats from Arla that was hit under 2 minutes and 23 seconds. I think that was decent time, especially that he has only like 1 Super Witch left, and in the general the Super Witches aren't the fast troops at all, but we will have Yatta attacking next. So Yatta, are you gonna be using the Super Bowlers or you gonna be back with the Witches? So curious.
Let's see what he's bringing. He is using the Super Witches. No bowlers for Yatta today, and he's going with a quick, super simple fireball. Not going to use any time to funnel first. Just invis spell, Grand Warden, and pop it immediately.
Yeah, and a unicorn is still alive. It took a ton of damage there, but it's still there, so that's really nice. I like that Skelly spell around the monolith here. Now, of course, we are trying to set up the funnel here, so it feels like the Queen gonna stay outside of the base here, and we also have the jump spell, so we can connect the core of the base.
Ooh. The skeleton spell in the Ricochet Cannon was a little late. It locked onto the Queen, but he reacts quickly with a freeze spell, and then finally drops a Druid to help this Archer Queen. Not using the Unicorn on the Archer Queen does mean she's a lot squishier than people might be used to with the Unicorn that used to be such a staple on her, but that Druid will help out a ton. The Super Witches making their way into the middle section of the base with the jump spell, gonna get in there. The King gonna pop his Earthquake Boots pretty much in the same spot though, so it makes me question if the jump spell was even worth it.
Yeah, sometimes I'm feeling like the jumps are kind of swag, but also there is like the damage of the Earthquake Boots, so it's hitting all the buildings around, and especially from the Town Hall, but Yatta is struggling. I mean, like he took down the Town Hall, but there is no King, no Warden, and the Witches right now are only alone because where are the big boys?
This might be a chance for Pulse Gaming to get back in this match, but let's see if Yatta can recover. He's already got his Royal Champion inside. No freeze spells, no invisibility spells to save her, but here comes the Spirit Fox to save the day. She can go invisible. We got that last Rage spell, and we're going to use it on all those troops on the outside of the base. Let them just absolutely annihilate the Tesla farm with those extra Valkyries that came out of the Siege Barracks. Royal Champion has her ability, and he might actually be able to pull this off.
Yeah, like the Fox made the Royal Champion invisible perfect time, so she's not taking the damage from the single Inferno. Like, I think so he still got it. Like, even more healers are now joining the RC. Maybe not, they're right now finding every air trap they can do. RC is taken out with the shield, bunch of defenses, going for the final one, and it is still triple, and I'm sure Yatta is very happy with this.
Wow, very close attack. Look, it looks like he was wiping the sweat off of his brow there for a second, but he pulls it off. The healers from the healer puppet transitioning over to the Royal Champion definitely helped a ton there. Even if the Royal Champion had died, that Queen might have had a chance to walk around and get the rest, but geez, such a close one. Almost a defense for Pulse Gaming. They got to be feeling a little bit wonky after that. They were really hoping for a defense.
It's just kind of showing the difference, like when something going wrong with your hit, like even having this rest of the spells or even deployment of the Royal Champion, for example, pressing her ability in the perfect time, just showing how good player you are, because he was able to recover. I think so you would agree, like it didn't look well, like he lost ton of troops inside the core of the base, and I don't know, it's tough without Warden. Like the witches are not that good.
Indeed. The Super Witches are an interesting army in the current meta because it feels like on some bases they are just crushing. And on other bases, you might get slightly unlucky if the Super Witches get targeted by a monolith or a single target Inferno Tower and you don't react with a spell or a certain ability at the perfect timing, the attack can fall flat on its face.
Yeah. And like, you know, I like maybe Pulse was like watching it like, oh, maybe there is chance for us to get a defense, but Navi still going strong here. If you are just joining, we are watching the first semi-finals of today of the Blast Clash, which is single elimination. So there is a lot of pressure on the teams right now.
We have Pulse Gaming versus Navi here in the first semifinals. Synchronic versus MMG in the second semifinals. Some amazing matchups, some amazing teams. I mean, undoubtedly 4 of the best teams in the world. They have been proving it month after month, but Navi already with a huge defense here in this match, and Pulse Gaming are just really hoping for a defense of their own.
Yeah, they do. Like, I'm sure they were like really preparing for this war. You know, they knew that this is the big one. But 1-star sometimes happen here, and looks like we will be going ready with the another fireball. But Lex, again, we have Angry Jelly with the Warden.
This Angry Jelly is going to slowly turn into my favorite pet. I just love seeing Warden skip all the buildings except the defenses, but ooh, here's a counter to the Angry Jelly. That Skelly Trap is actually going to distract the Warden and give the Ricochet Cannon even more time to do damage. Luckily, the Rage Gem allows these healers to do so much extra healing that he still doesn't need a spell.
I'm just checking, he has like 5 invis, so maybe he will go again. Like, he could clear probably that compartment where is the Rage Spell Tower. So again, he would get a really good value here. But I really like this Wooden Walk, you know. Ooh, already dropping all these invisibility spells. That was so fast. And boom, landing over the core of the base. And again, so many buildings just disappear.
Man, that was cool. He was so quick with it. Like you said, it almost looked like he dropped all 4 invis at the same time. Like, wow, you know, a lot of people, especially me, I might have messed up one of those invis spells. But the King on the left side of the base with the Earthquake Boots, opening up everything, trying to go for that enemy Archer Queen, takes her out. His Archer Queen in behind. The Battle Blimp for the Town Hall. The Royal Champion is in. He is multitasking like crazy.
He does. I don't know how he's doing this. Like, the Town Hall went out. That's amazing because now he can deploy another set of the rocket balloons. Royal Champion, he was using that Skelly spell, which was really distracting the X-Bows, and we also using the Fox combination with the RC. Boom, 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 with the shield, hitting some of the buildings. Now the RC just clearing some of the Teslas. Maybe got distracted by the CC troops because we still have Headhunter there. Oh.
Yeah, the Grand Warden died to one of those headhunters. That was unfortunate, but the Royal Champion's going to get the healer swap. He's only got a handful of rocket balloons left and 2 freezes. Now, here's the tricky part. If there was no defensive Clan Castle troops, I'd say it's for sure 3-star. Well, the rocket balloons make it all the way to that single target Inferno Tower. I was worried about that, but he is able to take it out. No traps to stop those rocket balloons, and it looks like Lincoln is gonna be able to make this work. He's got to clean up minion on the right side. Royal Champion will have to fight those ice golems. She'll get frozen up, but 30 seconds should be enough to clean up the rest of this base.
Like, he can already send it he even sent it Headhunter, but not much he can do because of the enemy king. I think so 20 seconds should be, right? Like,
did I jinx him?
Yeah, he still have few minions. Oh my, he has to go
did I jinx him?
the enemy king. Please don't jinx him.
Oh,
no, 10 seconds is good. Come on. King, go away.
Oh, no.
6, 5.
5.
Oh, Lex,
4,
I'm scared.
3, 2,
No.
1. Oh, no!
Oh, Lex! You watched a lot yesterday, Carbon. You know, like, come on, Carbon is jinxing yesterday. Now you. What's going on, guys?
Oh, I took a page out of Carbon's book. I should not have said he had plenty of time. He needed just a tenth of a second more. The royal champion was lining up, putting her arm back to throw that final spear and just couldn't get it off.
And I think so he's like one of the attackers who is all like most of the time hitting the 99, you know, like like there is still something, like one building left for him. But the fireball wasn't easy. I felt like there was like ton of traps at the start, like also even the skellies were there. And I am so impressed how quick he dropped this invis. Like I couldn't even keep eyes on her. Like that was just so fast.
Yeah, the invis deployment was awesome. I couldn't even keep up with it either. It looked like by the time I was looking at the first invis he was deploying, he already had 4 on the map and dropped the fireball. So that was cool. That was quick. Stars coming up next for Na'Vi, and this is not something we see too often. An overgrowth spell with dragons, and woo, look at that giant arrow, nice and early.
Yeah, and like Stars, where is your witches? Like lately we just seen him using the witch strategy, and now here we go, going with the dragons and the bats. So of course he will have to focus. Like I see why he going with the bats. Like the visit towers are outside of the base, so they are very easily to snipe them. And of course, we can get nice value of the heroes. Like we have double single Inferno. We have only multi Inferno on the north side, where he's deploying the Royal Champion.
I think the giant arrow was supposed to hit one or maybe even both air sweepers. I think he might have misplaced the queen at the very beginning, because that giant arrow went just north of the air sweeper. Here we have the overgrowth for the town hall, for a scatter shot, for the poison tower, and the bats are in. And look at these bats go. As long as that other scatter shot stays distracted, these bats might be able to clean up most of those defenses on the left side of the base. We got a freeze for the single target Inferno tower. This is pretty cool. We still got a couple of dragons and some super minions alive. The tornado trap is spinning. That one dragon trying to take out the Inferno tower. It's getting close.
I think so he got it with the dragon. Yep. And the Royal Champion is dying here. So, oh my, he still have to use the freeze, which he did over the single Inferno. If there's any skellies, he can still use the poison. But this is very close. The dragon is so low health. This could be first a defense for Pulse.
The Royal Champion went down. The Grand Warden went down. The traps were able to help take out some of these dragons. And the one Inferno tower is going to stand tall here. The poison spell is not going to help that baby dragon get anything else. These 4 defenses in the middle are going to stay up. Stars not able to get it done with the interesting strategy there. We don't see him use dragons and an overgrowth and bats too often, and this one doesn't pay off for him. Finally, it's a defense for Pulse Gaming.
Yeah, first one, maybe this could be kind of hope for the Pulse. Like, I know they still have a ton of work because suddenly they hit the 1-star, and after Lex jinx that beautiful triple, which at the end was a 99%. But yeah, I think you are right about the arrows. Like, that would totally make sense why he used the giant arrow equipment on the queen. Like, because he even went with the dragons opposite. Like, they were facing these arrows, so the sweepers, I'm sorry. So yeah, they kind of were reaching the core of the base, and not that fast enough. Yeah, we can look at the arrow one more time here. It would make sense.
Yeah, that arrow was just barely like 1 or 2 tiles north of both of the sweepers. So just a slight misplacement on the queen. And honestly, that probably makes a huge difference. If both those sweepers are dead, those dragons might have gotten so much more value.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it was still close. Like, they would be able to clear the core of the base, and bats. Like, I think so the bats were amazing until sadly there was the tornado trap. But that's the risk. Like, if you are using you know, dragons or the loons, they gonna trigger the tornado trap, and if the bats are nearby, of course they're gonna get caught in it.
It'd be fun to see what the rest of the attackers have here. It looks like Sahara going in next for Pulse Gaming. Ooh. And 31 rocket balloons. Not even a Warden walk rocket balloon attack or a Queen walk rocket balloon attack. No, it's just pretty much all rocket balloons.
Like, I love it. I really love it. Like, they are going all in, you know? They're not scared. They're just going in and boom, perfect landing again, clearing a bunch of defenses, but also he got the enemy queen down as well. And now the Warden looks like he's still gonna be able to survive and again clear a bunch of defenses around as well.
Yeah, hopefully he uses 2 rocket balloons on this air defense on the right side of the base, and then the Warden can stay alive even longer. Actually, it looks like the Warden might just skip that air defense completely. So, well, as soon as I say that, he goes down. He goes down. On the other side of the base, we got the King already going to Phoenix ability. We got the Queen trying to fight the enemy King. It's hard to keep up with so many different things. He's multitasking. The Royal Champion on the left, the Battle Blimp on the top side, now rocket balloons from the bottom, and the Warden. Oh, there's a Headhunter.
These Headhunters were savage for the Royal Champion. I don't think so Arctic gave him much value, so I don't think so it's gonna stop him from hitting the triple, but it definitely would be much easier if the Royal Champion would be able to reach the core of the base and clear the rest of the buildings there.
Even with the Headhunters just sniping his Royal Champion, it doesn't matter. This plan so simple yet so good. The heroes got the little bit of value they needed to, and the rocket balloons were just easily able to snipe defense after defense after defense, and the Grand Warden staying alive for the entire attack, having that rage gem to help those rocket balloons even more on the bottom side.
Yeah, he even used the invis over the ice golems to kind of speed up the attack, so it was also very fast hit. But wow, the set of the fireball was amazing. Very fast deployment of the invisibility spells. He was very confident immediately using that Warden ability. Again, we can watch it even taking out the enemy queen. Nice value. And actually the Warden, you were worried about that air defense, and Warden was OP, taking out the air defense and keep going and clearing more buildings.
It's always nice when you can see these players use their Grand Warden in a situation like that with the fireball, but then still have a plan to keep him alive for the rest of the attack, to utilize that rage gem. The passive effect of the rage gem is such a boost. If you can have it for some of your other heroes, or even just some simple troops like the rocket balloons doing all that extra damage, it really makes a big difference.
Wow, that one was 1 minute and 28 seconds. We are talking about the new version of the hard mode, so the times of the attacks, like you can see the attackers are a little bit slower, especially because they are using the strategies like the super witches, but this one was really amazing. But we have Klaus getting ready. Yesterday he felt the heat, and post gaming right now really need a defense. Can they get another defense and keep them in this match, or Klaus gonna smash it? What do you think, Lex?
Well, he's not stuck in the car doing an attack today like he was yesterday. Seems he actually made it home in time for the tournament today. So he's all comfy, sitting on his bed, ready to rock and roll. Got his main device out, and I'm interested to see what kind of attack he brings. Is he just going to stick with the Root Riders like he has done a bunch in the past, or is he going to bring something really fun? And as usual, he does something we completely cannot predict. Queen Charge Dragon Riders with a bat spell in this meta.
Oh my, I don't believe in the Dragon Riders. Like, I feel like your queen has to clear like a really huge part of the base. But we are talking about Klaus, so he's amazing. He is bringing like one bad spell and an invis, but probably just maybe like distracting the air defense or something. Coming with the Bleam here, so he will be hoping to take down the Monolith as we are using the Queen Charge from the bottom side of the base.
Nice job getting the blimp in there. No spells needed. It's just a super simple Yeti blimp to get that monolith out of the way and set an early funnel for this queen wall, so she can go left or right. Since the base is symmetric, he probably doesn't even care which way she goes. He'll just readjust the plan depending on her pathing. She'll have to take a while to deal with these ice golems. King already deployed, and I think you can start to see the pathing shape up. He's going to try to wall break Queen all the way to the town hall.
Yeah, that's a really long walk for her, and there is also a ton of defenses on the way. Like this base has 2 single infernos, multi on the top. Also, we have double poison spell tower. I like that funnel with the baby dragon, so that way the king should go for the X-bow, take down the enemy royal champion, the cannon right behind, even with the spiky ball and the earthquake boost here, nicely opening the corner of the base and activating town hall too.
Yeah, he actually doesn't even need any more wall breakers. That Earthquake Boots perfectly opens all the walls. Queen has access to everything. One free spell will not only get her through that Inferno Tower in time, but it also stops the Poison Tower from recharging just before she gets there. Now, we are starting to run really low on time because this Queen Walk is taking forever. So we're already sending the Royal Champion from the left side. With the Rocket Spear, we're hoping she snipes that second Inferno and even the Poison Tower. And here we go with the Dragon Riders to clean up the north side of the base.
She, like, the Icy was amazing. She really did a great job. And this is like, the heroes are taking down a really huge part of the base. I like that moment when he deployed few Wizard and Archers for the air defense. So he protect the healers. Dragon Riders don't need to do much. Like, if they can clear that multi-inferno with the Wizard Tower and even the bars are adding the value as well, he should be good here. But we were talking about time, 28 seconds, still have rage on the bar.
The Royal Champion and the Archer Queen both dying. It takes a big hit on your cleanup. Those two heroes are so good at cleanup, so this is going to slow down a lot. The minion on the bottom side also distracted by Skelly's not even working on that elixir collector. You can see he's nervous. He doesn't think he has it, and I think that is indeed the case. Even with an extra swag rage spell, he's going to fall short at 97%.
Wow. I have to check what is exactly the percentage game here by Navi here, because this one was their final attack here and it was the whole. So we have 13 stars. Pulse is sitting with the 9, right? So even they go the defense, sadly not gonna change the result of the war. And it's the second that Klaus felt the hit. Like yesterday, today as well. Doesn't lose like his days.
Yeah, the time fail is unfortunate. It's crazy though that if we go back to the 1-star from Pulse Gaming, it was such a high percent. And their other fail was just the 99% time fail. If that 99% time fail was a triple, Pulse Gaming would actually be able to win the war with another 3-star right here.
Wow. Oh, one thing, you know, one small thing and changing the result of the match here. Wow, like that 99 was just so close. Like you say it, he needed like one more second and it would be triple. And wow. All right, NYU, we have with the super witches again, Angry Jelly. Lex, you asked for it, and I think so everyone is now just using the Angry Jelly.
Yeah, this has got to be the 4th or 5th time we're seeing it in this matchup. I think he was trying to hit the Ricochet Cannon with the Earthquake, but with the Fireball, but I think he popped it before that last Invis actually landed, and the Fireball went to the Inferno Tower, and even though the Inferno Tower is right next to the other building, you might think it's not that big of a deal, but this means he doesn't get the Clan Castle building.
Yeah, but he has to fight against the CC troops, but I don't think so it's gonna be like huge issue because he also has bulks, so they could help with the CC troops. Let's see what we're gonna be facing. It is a double Ice Golem with the Headhunters. He's using the freeze right behind the Town Hall. There is also the Raid spell tower here. Earthquake boost with the Spiky Ball. Again, a ton of damage inside the core of the base. Even the super minions immediately targeting the Eagle. I like that.
Super minions from the Siege Barracks going to be able to come help out as long as they don't hit too many traps. Another freeze spell on the Monolith. That's actually his final spell in this attack. We still got the Archer Queen ability. We still got a Royal Champion ability. That Royal Champion with the Spirit Fox still very healthy, working on the left side of the base, going invisible time and time again. The Queen pops her ability, but does she go down? I think it was just a clone queen that got targeted by the Monolith. The Magic Mirror is such a cool addition to the game. Getting 3 queens for a limited time is looking pretty good for NYU here, considering he still has that Royal Champion ability.
Yep, like 55 seconds, so plenty of time. I don't think so we're gonna be looking at a town fail here. Shield hit a bunch of buildings and also clear some of them. And now the Royal Champion very easily taking out the multi-inferno. And I don't think so anything gonna stop her from clearing the rest of the base. So Command Kun, really beautiful attack by him, still able to hit a OP 3-star.
Very nice Super Witch plan. A lot of these Super Witch attacks have been so good, so reliable in this meta. Nice 3-star. Good way to end the match, but we are going to be saying goodbye to Pulse Gaming because it's Na'Vi winning the first semi-finals match today and advancing to the grand finals.
Wow, huge congratulations to Navi. You guys will be able to watch them one more time because today we will be also showing the Grana final where Navi is advancing. And don't go anywhere.